Alright, today's workout is going to be simple. It's going to be something brought to you in part by Stone Circle YouTube channel and Sandbag Intensity. We've got the 130-pound bag, the 180-pound bag. We're going to do an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible, in about 30 minutes. Consistent. We're going to go down and back. In between each round, we are going to lift the shoulder to get to the other side, drop down to the lap, lift up to the other shoulder, walk back. And we're going to continue that back and forth. And that's going to be the workout. Might do some, get the med balls and do med ball throws against the wall as a after workout conditioning move, but that's the workout today, so stay tuned for a sped up and long video. I've always liked the definition of integrity, doing the right thing when no one else is watching, or in this case, doing the work when no one else is watching. Yes, I record some of my videos to share on YouTube, but at the same time, even if I didn't, I would still be doing the same amount of work and putting in the same amount of effort. I've been recently watching a couple of the Sandbag Misfit YouTube videos, and I always like what he says about he's just an average guy with the same problems that we all have, because I can really relate to that, and I'd like to piggyback off of the same thing he says. I'm a 41-year-old guy. I've got a family. I work a 12-hour job, and I've just learned to prioritize my health and fitness during certain times of the year to make sure that I don't completely fall off the wagon for the rest of my life. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of times throughout the year where I take a break and I'll eat all the garbage food that you can possibly imagine, and I won't go to the gym for a month because I'm lazy, out of shape, or I don't have any goals, whatever the case is. But usually around the beginning of the year, I try to pick things back up, get motivated. But for me specifically, I like to find a goal or find a challenge or something throughout the year that drives me to stay consistent in the gym. There are plenty of fitness YouTubers or fitness people in the world that are just naturally motivated. David Goggins, for instance, just gets up and runs 200 miles a day or something just because he wants to be ready for life or anything that gets thrown at him, and I get that, but I'm just not that person. I have to have a short-term goal to progress long-term and stay consistent in the gym. And I've always said that, do what works for you. If that's what you need, if you're just a naturally motivated person and you can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go run and work out, and you don't need like a fitness challenge or a health challenge of some kind throughout the year, or you don't work a job that requires you to stay in shape, then you do you. But me personally, I find it always helps when I have something on the calendar that pushes me to get into the gym and stay motivated for that specific goal. The reason I chose to do this style of workout yesterday was specifically because of the strength endurance aspect that Cody talks about on the Stone Circle YouTube channel. And I've never really pushed my body in this kind of way for a long period of time. Granted, this entire run I think was like 24 minutes long, almost 30 minutes, but I was absolutely, completely wrecked by the end. For this workout, I definitely bit off more than I could chew. With this 180-pound bag, which for a while I wasn't even able to really shoulder that well, let alone now I'm going to work out with it, for 24 minutes straight, constantly throwing it up to my shoulder. I definitely overdid it a little bit, but that just got me to push harder than I've ever pushed before. And, being able to adapt and overcome in these kinds of situations is what ultimately will help your body grow to the next level. And this is my last down and back with the 130-pound bag. And even after this, I attempted to do the med balls against the wall and try to do some sort of core exercises, but honestly, my body was just absolutely wrecked. And this also brings up a good point, right? Sometimes your mind will just jump in and tell you to stop, but your body can keep going. But this is where sometimes you want to listen to your body. When your body is on the verge of absolutely breaking down, or you're going to potentially injure yourself, it's probably a good idea to listen. And this was that situation. I knew when I got done with this last set right here that I was completely wrecked and I was completely done. Stay tuned for the next video.